All right, welcome back to another filler episode by PipeCast. I'm joined, as always, with local historian and pawnbroker Patrick, and I'm Zach. We will be reviewing Hansom Flake.
All right.
Here's the tobacco. Let's cut to that.
All right. So here we have the top down of Hansom Flake. As you can tell, it's that typical Samuel Gawith rustic style type of flakes here. Very rough around the edges, but still a perfect flake, really. Now, Hansom Flake is a Virginia Perique with a touch of some kind of Lakeland essence. I assume that the Virginia is a mixture of red and bright based on these lighter colors. And there's some dark, and there's a lot of Perique in here, so you can see the dark parts, and it's hard to distinguish, what of that is Perique, what of that is red Virginia. So I'm just going to assume that there's a good bit of both. So if we back it out here, we have some red Virginia here, some bright here, and then some Perique. And like I said, you can see these dark parts, which sort of line up more with Perique, but with the manufacturing and the processing, some of that could be red Virginia. But definitely these brighter parts probably line up more with this bright Virginia.
So that's Hansom Flake. Hansom Flake is interesting because I think it's a Pipes and Cigars exclusive. I had to order it through Pipes and Cigars. It is produced by Gawith Hogarth or Samuel Gawith Company. And it's a really good flake. It's got a Lakeland topping. So this is going to be interesting because we're going to actually do 3 Virginia Perique blends from the Gawith Hogarth Samuel Gawith Company. And this one is, I think, they're kind of their latest flake, which is interesting, and I'll talk about that later, probably in another episode. But it is more, it actually, another flake is described more so, or smokes more so like this is described than the other, or vice versa. Like this smokes more like the one described in another flake. But it's got a Lakeland essence, and it tastes like, or it doesn't really taste like anything. It evaporates really quickly. I don't even taste the Lakeland in it. And it's probably because I'm used to like a really robust Lakeland, Kindle, rum, Bob's chocolate, etc. This has a light cocoa, light, and even to kind of into that first light cocoa. So when you light it, you can taste it, and it's gone probably by your third puff. Yeah. The Virginia is really good, sour, wonderful, sweet, and then there's that peppery note of Perique. I think the Perique is pretty pronounced in this, not so much so that it's going to be overpowering. It's a really, as it all, Gawith blends are, it's a rounded, like blended blend. Yeah. I don't really have any issues with this blend. It doesn't blow my socks off, say like a Fillmore would, which I think Fillmore's probably like the high water mark, and that's a Pease blend of Virginia Perique. But this is really good. And we are going to do this Hansom Flake, St. James Flake, and Stonehenge, which is a Gawith Pease collaboration. But to me, Hansom Flake is, it's just a touch chocolate essence, and then like after that, you're basically smoking a Virginia Perique by your third puff. Oh my God, you're the first review.
Well, I was just thinking it'd be funny if instead of breaking them up like we've been doing, what if we just had a conversation? You from the perspective of reviewing it, me from the perspective of this is my first time.
Man, this is like amateur hour for me. Like I'm really, I guess, struggling. I'm not even tired. I'm not really processing tobacco like I have been, and I don't know why that is. I guess it's just like I don't know.
You might as well just fold up the tent, go home.
I guess so. It's a good middle of the road flake. What do you think about it?
So 10 note, I got the chocolate, I got the Lakeland sort of funk going on. Like you said, the chocolate sort of went away. I don't even know if I consciously was aware of any cocoa even on the first light. I don't know if it just bypassed me. I didn't know.
It doesn't say cocoa though.
Yeah,
It says Lakeland,
yeah,
which
a
doesn't
Lakeland
take.
essence.
This has no floral essence. This has no soap, is what a lot of people call it. But there's no floral essence in it, which to me is Lakeland. That's Lakeland.
Yeah. I got a little on the nose, but all I'm getting here is the Perique. The Perique is very pronounced. Like you said, the pepperiness is just very upfront.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like how Windjammer was, the first smoke on Windjammer. This is very similar to that because it's just a lot of pepper going on. I would say though,
I think Windjammer's a really good comparison.
yeah, and I love Windjammer. Windjammer, I've been smoking it a lot more since we did that review of it, and it is very reminiscent of Windjammer, but I would say, but now Windjammer was more of a Weber. It wasn't a true Virginia Perique kind of thing. It was a navy, but it had some burley in it and had other things.
And you'll discover that there's another Gawith that has burley in it that we're going to talk about.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
It's not one of the three, though.
Oh, it is?
Oh, it is. Now, I'm trying to remember. We just did the top down. What all's in this?
So this is a Virginia Perique.
That's all.
There's
nothing else in it.
I don't think there's anything else in it whatsoever.
I don't
With Lakeland essence. I don't think this is a bad blend.
No, I would, personally, I would smoke this over a Scudo and Peterson Flake and Peter Stokeby Bullseye.
I just don't think I don't think, I was excited because I love Lakeland. I love it, like a lot. I was really pumped because I like Virginia Perique, but I thought like you could make this a Virginia Perique. You have that sort of those flavor profiles with some sort of floral essence.
Yeah.
I was ecstatic about this. It's funny because I think it's a year or so old, maybe two.
Oh, really? I thought it was brand new.
Yeah, I don't think it's brand new. I think it's been around for at least a year. So it's weird. It just went right under the radar for me. But then I immediately ordered it, super excited, smoked it, and it's not bad, but like it's so normal. I don't want to say generic. It's not negative. It's just so Virginia Perique to me that I talked to Patrick about doing a comparison to two other Virginia Perique Gawith blends.
Yeah.
Because I think they deserve to be in line. Because and we'll get into it, but you're going to find out they're very similar.
Yeah, and well, I like it a lot. And I'm not as I guess experienced in the Lakeland game as you. I mean, you're a big Lakeland guy. I like Lakeland. I just don't smoke a lot of it, and there's not much Lakeland going on once you get into the smoke of this, but I like it a lot. I mean, you're not going to go wrong when Gawith does something. Like, it's going to be good tobacco. It's going to be well processed. All the stuff that makes a good blend. It's going to be that. But like you said, I mean, it's just Virginia Perique.
That's what it tastes like to me.
But it's Perique heavy though. To me, I don't know what the percentage is, but it's Perique heavy.
Yeah, and I think that but it's not like so overpowering that you're out of the game. I mean, I think Fillmore's Perique heavy, and I don't think this gets even close to Fillmore.
I can't even remember how Fillmore. I don't remember.
Fillmore's so Perique heavy and so robust that people think Latakia is in it, and I'm not a touch. Do I agree with that? Not really.
Oh yeah, you made that. You made that joke. What was it with Balk and Sobrani? It's like there was more Latakia and Fillmore than it is Balk and Sobrani. But
I make that joke And I don't know if I agree. I think Fillmore's just a robust blend, and I think people just seem to pick it out. I could be wrong.
It could secretly have some in there.
They could secretly have some in there. It's got to be less. If it has some in there, it would have to be less than 5%. I'm pretty good about like pinpointing Latakia, and because I think Fillmore is like one of the richest blends you can smoke. I mean, I think it is just so good. Don't smoke it a lot. It's so weird. I don't smoke it a lot, and I really talk it up.
Yeah, we need to revisit it because I don't remember it at all. So we could probably make a filler out of that.
I'd love to smoke Fillmore again. I think it'd be great. Yeah, I think so. I think I got a couple of tins.
Come back next season.
Next season. Yeah. But I mean, like, what do you think? You like it? So
yeah.
You like it? I think it's good. I think with all Gawith, it's their quality, all day smokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only negative I have is that, and it's not a knock, but where we live, it's just so much more convenient to either to go to a brick and mortar or use smoking pipes or the Pipe Nook, if Pipe Nook has that blend. They're the two most convenient online for where we live. Mm-hmm. Pipes and Cigars is not that convenient for where we live, and I just wish that you could get it from Smoking Pipes. I don't like that I like the idea of exclusiveness. I know there's that one that's exclusive to brick and mortars, the Cornell and Dill House Reserve, that I've been wanting to try, that I've seen in my local brick and mortar. And I like that idea because that gets people in there and gets them, spending the money to their local establishments. I like that. But I don't really like online exclusives. That's a small thing, it's real nitpicky, but I wish that there was other options to get it. So, but like I said, that's probably not a problem for a lot of people. It's just I'm impatient, and I like the fact that I can order from Smoking Pipes and get something in 3 days.
Yeah, they're fast.
Pipes and Cigars, you're talking 5 days. You're not going to get it until like the next week probably. And again, that's nothing on them. It's just they're in Connecticut,
Pennsylvania.
Fort Noggins is in Connecticut. Mm-hmm. So. Yeah,
it doesn't. I guess it doesn't bother me too much, but
yeah,
I totally get where he's coming from. I just don't. I guess I tell you, I've got so much tobacco, but like I order stuff. No, I order stuff for the future. Mm. So like, in other words, I'll see something, and I'll order it, knowing I'm probably going to jar it and not touch it for months.
Yeah,
because I mean, you and I, we schedule out our stuff pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got stuff that I smoke regularly. Like, I got to get another Quiet Nights, and because I've already smoked it. You gifted it to me.
Yeah, oh, you already smoked it?
I'm done. It's gone.
Oh, dang.
So, I was smoking it. I do private things in my, like, private comparisons that I don't really discuss on here. But I've literally been smoking Penzance and Quiet Nights back to back to back to back. Like, I will absolutely change them out every single time. I won't smoke 2 Quiet Nights in a row or 2 Penzances in a row. I'll literally have both of them there. I smoke Quiet, then Penzance, Quiet, then Penzance. Because I really want to know which one's better, personally. Mm-hmm. It's Quiet Nights, but like, but I really do those kinds of things, and I just finished Quiet Nights.
Yeah.
Penzance is fine. It's not great. Quiet Nights is great. So.
And you can get it.
You can get it all the time. All the time you can get it. Just like you can get like what, a pound of it.
Yeah, you can get. I think it's a pound.
Yeah, I think you get 16 ounces. You definitely can get 8 ounces.
That's the crazy thing about it. Like GLP's, Cornell Dill, and McBaron, you can get so much at one time of those 3 brands. It's insane. I don't know why more people don't do that. Like I don't know.
And there's nothing wrong with, like, I know I hit Germain a lot, JF Germain and Sons a lot. But if you're going to be so scarce, you're going to have to blow my socks off, and they just don't. So that's the hilarity of it, because it's easy to find Margate. I find Margate all day long, and to me it's their better English. But everyone just bends the knee at some Penzance.
Yeah.
And Stonehaven's pretty good, but it's not great.
Well, it didn't live up to the hype.
No, that was the sad part. That was the saddest smoke I've ever had. Is the first time I smoked Stonehaven because Solani aged Burley's better.
Yeah, and we'll probably get to this later on in the future, but I would say that H.H. Burley Flake from McBaron's better than Stonehaven too.
We should probably do a threesome, a three-peat to see. Because we smoked all three of those, and we should do a three-peat.
Yeah.
And see. Maybe one episode, a filler three-peat.
Yeah. So, to get back to Hansom Flake, it's good.
Mm-hmm. It's a little rambly filler for you guys, but I mean, try Hansom. I think Hansom's good.
This is a nice little filler to, I guess we can self-promote. If you didn't know, we have like the PipeCast podcast that you can get anywhere. iTunes, all that mess. And they're on YouTube too. So if you want to, you're sort of seeing, if you haven't watched any of those, you're seeing what they're more like. Very rabbit chasing.
Patrick and I have been like really busy, and we do film a little bit ahead sometimes.
Yeah.
But like, we haven't spent a lot of time together. So you can tell that there's like not a disconnect, but we haven't spoken in a while. So we sort of want to talk about everything. And we have a tendency, too, to sit down for, like, before we record an episode, we'll talk for about an hour and a half, 2 hours that doesn't get filmed. Just because we haven't seen each other or filling in for the week. We were going week to week, but everything blew up there.
Yeah.
And we were lucky because we had several episodes on the burner.
Yeah. There was several that you could just sort of get them, edit them, throw them up, and then, it just works. I know we're going to we usually take a summer hiatus. So this is sort of the last of a few that you'll see. Mm-hmm. And then we'll return. Yeah.
It's just easier to kind of take a little break, a little breather.
Yep.
We do a lot of exploratory stuff, and we're working on other content outside of tobacco, which is why we're definitely taking a break. So we're hoping that there's going to be other things to come that'll be a little bit different from filler and just the regular podcast episodes. I think they will be filmed, though. I think we'll be filming some stuff.
Yep, for sure.
Some stuff that, like, we can tease a little bit. Well, we hope to present some DIY tobacco things, maybe for your tobacco lounge or something like that.
Yeah.
Something just different. So.
Yeah. So, so to wrap up this rambly filler, try Hansom. If you're not a Lakeland person, don't let the Lakeland essence sort of keep you from trying it.
I definitely think it's worth getting.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's Lakeland in it.
Yeah.
And I want Lakeland. Maybe that should be kind of a warning. Because I don't taste it, but I also like it a lot. So if you're sensitive, you might taste it. But I swear it was gone after the third puff. I was actually shocked.
Yeah.
Because I have a Lakeland pipe. And I was like, well, I guess I can just smoke it in whatever.
I mean, I'm not a Lakeland person, and I don't pick up on it too much. Like it feels just more like a very Perique heavy vapor.
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you on the next one.
Adios.